You can borrow up to $100,000 or more with your broker. Hi guys, how you doing? This is Olatunji here. You can call me Okefes in the trading space. If this is your first time of coming across my page, click the like button and the follow button so you can enjoy enough educative content over here. So don't be surprised that you can borrow as much money with your broker with the use of leverage. So what is leverage? We are going to talk about leverage, broker, and why Forex is not a get rich quick scheme. Do you understand? So stay with me. So what is leverage? Leverage is the use of borrowed money from a broker to open a larger or to trade a larger percentage of position in trading. You understand? When you want to trade, I told you the other time that unlike before, a retail trader cannot get into the market until when broker came in to bridge the gap. The money required for you to enter the market, you need a lot of money. But just because broker has come into the picture, you can now deposit as low as $10. This $10 is not what is going into the market directly. Just because of leverage, the broker has borrowed you some amount of money so you can participate in the forex market. Do you understand? So this money they borrowed you, it is what we call leverage. This leverage allows you to open enough trade or positions. Leverage increases your potential loss and your potential gain. You understand? It increases potential loss and potential profit. The use of leverage, with this thing that we call leverage, when you get into forex trading, you understand what we call leverage better. You understand? When you want to use a broker, when you're about to sign up with a broker, you say that they will ask you the type of leverage you want. Is it 1 is to 100, 1 is to 50, 1 is to 200 or 2000? Some brokers offer 1 is to unlimited, that with your $10 you can do anything in the market. That is why you see some people, brokers like SNES, that is why you see some people, when they come into the market with $20, you see them turn that $20 to $45,000. It is not because it is that easy. It was because of the broker. The broker borrowed them some money, you understand, so that they can participate like they own about $45,000 in the market. You understand? And if it goes in a negative way, the broker is going to take off their money. So the broker is not going to lose anything. You understand? So if you don't understand what leverage is, comment in the comment section so I can explain better. So let's go to broker. Yes, the forex broker is the one that provides retail trader and access to place trade in the market, in the forex market. Do you understand? Remember I told you that these brokers are the ones that bridged the gap between the market and the retail traders. On the normal ground, it should only be central banks of countries or hedge funds, people with millions of dollars of capital that can get into the market. But just because of this broker, you and me with $10, with $100, we can get into the market. You understand? That is why the market, this market is a big market. About $9 trillion is traded in the financial markets daily. You can see how big it is. So imagine coming in with $50. That is not even a peanut. It is not even, I don't know how to qualify that. So, but with this broker, you can go home with something, even with your $50, if you know how to manage your risks and trade properly. You understand? So, broker is the one that bridged the gap between the forex trader and the this thing. So, with the help of this broker, everyone can trade. Everyone can trade. Once you have a broker account, you get leverage. You understand? They ask you the kind of leverage you want. So with this leverage, remember what I told you with leverage. Leverage is the borrowed money. They borrow you some money. Even if you have $100, they borrow you some money and you are able to participate in the market. You understand? So knowing that there are some apps that you can use in trading, when you get a broker, when you sign up with a broker, there are a lot of brokers out there. SNES, we have Edway, we have them. You might be coming across some of them. So we have a lot of brokers, but there are some things that you need to look at before choosing a broker. You understand? We can talk about that another time. For you to choose a broker, you need to be sure of what that broker is trying to offer you. You understand? Okay, now finally, let's get into the reason why I said forex is not a get rich quick scheme. You'll be surprised with the luxury cars forex trader portray, with the lifestyle, with everything, with the money that they will tell you. I woke up from within 1 hour, I made this amount. Within 2 hours, within 30 minutes, I made this amount. Is this possible? Yes or no? Yes, it is possible. Is it a get rich quick scheme? No, it is not. Why? Now, let me tell you the reason why. Now, listen. If you want to be a forex trader, you need knowledge. It's just like you trying to become a doctor, or you are trying to become an engineer, or you are trying to become a lawyer. You have to practice, or you have to read for about 5 years before you can be qualified, or before you can be called to bar. You understand? Before you can earn that title as a lawyer. So before you can earn that title as a profitable trader, you have to learn, you have to read, you have to go through some stages. See, these things people don't know. Forex is the most difficult way to get easy money. Forex is even harder than that law profession. You understand? So if you are looking for something simple, if you don't want to deal with you don't want anything to deal with your mental health or anything, just don't come close to Forex. Don't come close to it. It is not for weak minds. It is not for weak minds. That is why I just laugh when I see people advertising Forex to people. You should not advertise. It should be that this person has made up their mind to come and do this thing, to come and get into it. Because when you get into it, you see the real deal. It is not as it was portrayed online. You understand? So for this, you need knowledge. After the knowledge, you need time to blend with your to become the person that can trade. After you having enough strategy, you need time to become the person of a trader. You understand? You don't just become profitable overnight. So it is only when you are profitable, that is when you can get rich with this thing. When you are profitable and you have enough capital, capital has its own role to play as well. So it is not a get rich quick scheme. If somebody is starting Forex today, it might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years before they become profitable. And it is better. Don't let me just talk. It is better, but you just have to choose your battle. Any way you like it. Either you become a forex trader, an accountant, a lawyer, or anything. Choose your battle the way you want it. But let me let you know that when you are getting into the forex market, it is not a get rich quick scheme. It is not something that you do very fast and you make that money very fast and you get out of it. You need to work very hard. You need to stay committed. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of commitment before you can make something out of this market. I hope I'm communicating. So if you really know that you really want to do this forex thing, give it some time. Don't pressure yourself. Slow in forex means fast. Fast in forex means slow. If you want to be fast, you need to be slow. If you want to be slow, you need to be fast. Can you see? There are a lot of things that doesn't resonate with things of the general people. In the forex market, it is another thing entirely. What people think as a general thing in the world, it is another thing entirely. So for you to become that person of a trader, you need to change your mentality. Do you understand? So another day I will explain more. You go more broad on it. Why Forex is not a get rich quick scheme. But let no one deceive you that Forex is a get rich quick scheme. It is not sporty bet. It is not something that you can just come in with your 5,000 naira and you make 1 million naira. It is not like that. You need knowledge. Just like a doctor. A doctor wants to, before a doctor can be certified to do some surgical operation on a patient, you would have passed through some stages. You would have passed through some things. How long does it take to do surgical operation? Some 30 minutes, some 20 minutes, some 15 minutes, some 1 hour. You are done. But before you can do it, you would have passed through some things. You would have learned a lot of things. You would have enough knowledge before you can do those things. So same thing goes to Forex. Before you can become that person of a profitable trader, you would have passed through some stages. So after you pass through it, then you can now do what other traders are doing. You understand? Don't compare your life. Don't compare your trading journey with somebody like Abi Forex that has started trading about 8 years or 9 years ago. You are just gambling. Don't gamble your life in trading. You understand? Actualize or know where you are and try to work with yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Have a smart trade and stay disciplined. God bless you.